All right, here we go. Episode 4. Appreciate you guys watching. It's Fame, episode 4 of my series where we play this game SimCity 5 live. Sounds pretty good. It's got a nice ring to it. All right. Hope you guys enjoyed the last episode where we started to get a little bit of development here, especially in residential, and now looks like commercial's coming along too. We added a shuttle bus depot to help with traffic. We added an ambulance to help our 6 Sims. Added another module to our grade school, and what else do we do? We made a little bit of connecting roads here because of the issue that we were having where some of these factories out here, they weren't getting the workers that they needed. So we went ahead and we corrected that, and it looks like, well, there's going to be a fire there, but it looks like, see, these out here, I think the farther away you go, they're asking for upgrades. And we added a trade depot too, which is helping out with our freight. Alright, really happy how we're doing. Let's see what's going on with our fire department. Hey Mayor, my friends and I want to do a fireworks shot. On this one here, I don't recommend. Even though I want that 50,000, I do not recommend that for right now. We are not staffed for that. Alright, so let's take a look here. 11 of 27 injured treated per day. You know, I think what's adding to that number is the high amount of industrial. More industrial means more injuries, you know, whether it be at a lumber yard or whatnot. I don't know. I know the more education you add, the less chance of injury, the less chance of fires, mainly because people are educated, they have better jobs, and the kids have less to do during the day, so they tend to not burn down their neighbor's house. I think we're looking pretty solid here. I really do. You almost get to a point in this game sometimes where you don't want to touch anything, because you finally balance out everything to the point where it's sustainable. And I think we were hit that point right now where we're making 3,000 an hour. I mean, we have a small amount of debt, which isn't the end of the world. Our traffic problem, this bus depot has helped us out dramatically with our traffic. I'm not seeing that same pile up that we were seeing. So that's good. Everybody seems to just be happy. We have a couple fires burning, but you're not going to be able to avoid that. Even in the bitter end, even when you've got everything on lock, you're still going to have fires. So that doesn't upset me. All trucks are responding, yet we still got a couple fires out here in BFE. I mean, I think we're looking really good. Let's check our land value. I like to keep an eye on this. And we're sticking right to plan. We're shooting for high wealth out this way, which I'm not sure why we got high wealth here when I put that double walkway out this way, but we'll get back to that. This here we should add a little bit more mid. And then out here is where we're gonna stick to low. So our plan, like I said in the first episode, you gotta have like a little bit of a plan. And look at that. No unemployed people. We do have some unfilled jobs, meaning we need residents to prevent businesses from going under. So let's do just that. So they're crying for mid-wealth residents. These out here, these homes, This can all be turned to mid-wealth. They're definitely not mid-wealth now. These are mid-wealth. This is not mid-wealth. So let's give them what they're asking for. They really like that little pond that I put in there. So let's see. Let's see here. That little pond is just doing wonders for that little area right there. Let's see if we can. It doesn't look like I will take out anything if I put this pond right. I'm having trouble here seeing this. Right there. Right there. Look at that. And we're getting, look at this. Makes me feel so good when I get expansion. That means I know I'm doing my job here as mayor. As the mayor. And we just have this little area here. Medium path. Wavy line trees. Let's see here. I want to stick to stuff that's kind of relatively cheap. Like this pond here, $20 an hour. How can you beat that? That has got to be the best. I'm going to put another one in over here. That's got to be the best $20 an hour you can spend on your city. Is this little pond right here. It's amazing to me. You know, it's one thing they don't have in this game that they did in the other games, where you can add a lake. Like, you've got no... Like, if I wanted to, in one of the previous SimCities, I could put some water right here, or out here. I can't do that in this game. I don't know why. Like, you have to... You can add trees, but what if I wanted to add some water? What if I wanted a moat right back here, right around my city? What if I wanted that? I can't make that happen in this game. That upsets me a little bit. I'll have to write a letter. My guess is our population is gonna start going up here. We need more residential. As much as I don't want to touch it, we need more residential. Let's extend this out to the end. And let's put some. I don't want to go crazy with it. I want to go nuts. Let's see what happens with that. And that's the other thing, like, I got my school system here, and a lot of it will get overlooked. My buses, I'm okay with... Wait, I'm sorry, this is my regular buses. Let's add a stop out here. But no, my schools, like, I've added a lot of residential. I haven't messed. You see these school bus stops I have not added in a little bit. That's utter negligence on my part. I truly feel bad about it. That those little youths can't get to school. Let's add another school bus. I used to, when I first started playing this game, I used to sit there and wonder why 60% of my city was not going to school. And then I realized that I would have one school bus for one school with 100,000 people in my city. I don't know why at the beginning I didn't grasp in my brain. It's great that we have a fire station now. I'm glad you're happy. I never got that. I see that message all the time. Let's see. Set to 400 degrees. Pfft. I'm just going to crank it up to 800. Like, does that mean that he's uneducated and unintelligent? I'm thinking that's what that means. Because why would anybody in their right mind do something so stupid? Okay. Oh, look, we got a nice little office tower. It almost looks like the office tower I work at. They're just going to ask for a tourist city here. We could be a tourist town. Not today. We're gonna work on that, but not today. Let's check our crime situation here. I'm so happy about that we don't have any. But you know what that could, I'm so used to having crime situations, but now thinking at it, you know what it could really have to do with having neighboring cities with crime. In this case, this is a new region. Nobody's around. So all I have to really, or the only responsibility I really have is keeping my own city on lockdown. I don't have to worry about, this next city over here messing up, having a bunch of vigilantes running wild and coming into my city. I don't have to worry about that yet. So that's making me feel good. Um, what is this here? Oh, mayor's house. All right, well, let's see. Where could we put our mayor's house? Well, we're thinking about making this high wealth out here. So, what if we made a little like low wealth road? I don't want to do dirt. Let's do something nice for him. Let's go crazy out here. Let's just make this my little mayor's corner out this way, where I can just relax and not worry about anything, not worry about the stress that's caused by politics, by anything else. Let's just sit out this way. Nice little shot there. All right, cool. And we got some development over here. That's just going to help our land value, putting a mayor's house in. So that's good. I'm happy about that. All right, good. We've got our office buildings, our residential towers coming in. We've got a nice little quickie savings and loan business. I guess they do payday loans or mortgages. I'm not sure. This is still annoys me right here. Of everything that we got going on, that annoys me. Let's add another ambulance to the other side. Let's do it. Let's see if that's going to help. All right, so let's go through everything. So power, we're going to have to add something to that. That's now with this is where you're going to start noticing that the balance is getting a little harder to keep up with, because let me go back to this. These circles, in case you didn't realize, represent how much power the building needs to operate. Same thing goes with water. So, little building, little circle, big building, big circle. So what will end up happening is you'll have enough water, you'll have enough power for your city, no issues, and then you'll get rapid expansion. You'll get this whole block was going to shoot up, and that's another thing. When you keep a lot of people like to keep it on cheetah speed. I believe it's a lot harder to play on cheetah speed. And I don't know if that's by design or if it's something that needs to be worked on, but think about it. If you're on cheetah speed and your buildings are upgrading at a lot quicker rate, you can only play the game so fast. You can only do so many things. You can only put out so many fires. You can only, put it so many water towers. The quicker that everything is expanding, the greater chance that you have of creating that imbalance. So, especially if you're a beginner, especially if you're somebody that is just having trouble, lower down the speed a little bit. You know what I mean? You don't need your city to grow to, max occupancy in one day. Enjoy it. Spend some time at it, get it right. And then once everything is developed, once you're at capacity everywhere, then you can turn the game speed up. Once everything's at, full density, and you know how much water and how much power everything needs, then of course, yeah, turn it up, All right, so let's see. Let's add another. We're gonna add two more. Oh, we never put a sign up. What am I thinking here? I never put a sign. You gotta put the sign. Yeah, complete till you have a sign. What does that say? Wind. Wind company. Nice. What's going on here? I just put it in. Oh, there it goes. Okay. We'll have to keep an eye on that because that water. Wow, look at this filth over here, man. That's terrible. Okay. So this would be a good spot to add. Okay, good spot to add a little water tower because we're not putting anything around here. I'm telling you, we're not doing it. I've learned. Sewage, we're going to develop an issue with that. So we've got everything going to this little guy right here. That's probably why I got so much. That's not going to work. We want everything going here. Let's see. I hate to destroy that, but this would be probably the best place for it. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. Alright. Alright, so night has fallen. Night has fallen. We've got pollution everywhere. Or there's just clouds. And we're still keeping that good balance that I like to see. Now, you've noticed they're still mad about that. I don't know if you guys watched the last episode, but I did the little block party, house party, and we nailed it. You know, we nailed it. We got the 25 grand, but they're still crying about that. So what I was gonna say is, you notice I haven't added any of these yet. These are cost $500 an hour, and they're not needed early on. I'm telling you right now. First of all, you're not gonna have enough money to build any of this stuff anyway. And second, just wait for it to become an issue. Look at this. We don't have any issues, so don't even mess with it. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your money on it. It's just not worth it at this point. I don't know if it's going to be this episode or maybe next episode. We're going to add this Department of Utilities. Because as I just showed you, we're already going to start having issues with sewage and then water. This is going to be next. Followed by, most likely, Department of Education for the high school. I lied. I said we were going to maybe add the high school this episode. That's not going to happen. That is not going to happen this episode. We don't have enough time. We don't have enough money. So we have an arsonist on the loose. Not good. Lots of health issues. How much are we spending on this? 1,100. Wow, look at our treasury. I haven't looked at this in a while. We're making a little over 5 an hour. Let's pay off this. No sense having it. 53 an hour, and we got 141 in the bank. So we're at max capacity here. Let's spend a little bit of money. Let's add another ambulance. No, I don't want to do it. You gotta do it. This is our if I had to name one issue so far in this city, it's our health. Maybe our fire coverage isn't the best. All right, let's check our unemployed. I mean, I kind of have a routine, as you guys see. I keep checking the same few things because we're trying to maintain a balance. Let's take a look at the oil, because one of the things that we're going to need, which you can already tell that the money is the million simoleons is really not that much. You know, if I just kind of hung tight and didn't spend any money here, in about an hour. A real life hour. If I didn't spend any money, I'd probably have at least half of this. So what are we going to need? The money I'm not concerned about. We're going to need to add a Department of Transportation for our city hall to get our airport. The crude oil, which we have plenty of oil under the city, as I showed in the last episode. We're going to look at that in a second. And then the metal and alloy, which in my other videos, if you've watched, I actually collected all my metal and alloy from a recycling center in a fairly large city, so I'm not concerned about that either. Since we're going to make all this low wealth anyway, if we go back to our table here with, whoops, where's it at here? Yeah, this is it. If we go back here, if you look at this here, where residential and commercial buildings prefer to develop. So if we're going to keep this area out here, this area low wealth, we could technically add something that's going to negatively impact the area. Which, yeah, it'll cause a little bit of sickness, but for the pluses that we're going to get out of it, it's probably worth it. So let's take a look here. Oh, here, let's look here. Man. This is like the heart of our development down here. You know? God. Man. I know I'm just sitting here staring at it, but I'm just trying to figure out if we put like an oil well here and then we cleared out this road. The only problem with that is as soon as you do that, these people are going to be pissed off. Probably these people. These guys are all going to be mad and they're going to want to leave. And we've got such good development here. Let's wait on it just a little longer. Maybe next episode, but we're going to do it. Maybe I'll wait until they start crying about the recycling center to do it. Because once they start crying about the recycling center, once we get some higher wealth Sims moving in, it probably would be better to maybe start with the metal and the alloy and get that taken care of, since it will impact the residents a lot less than that oil well. Because as soon as we put that oil well in, we're going to get that oil pretty quick. If I put an oil well right here and I cleared this out and I just put oil wells here, probably in one, maybe 2 episodes, I can get that 250,000 barrels of oil, no issues. Then we can build the airport, destroy the oil well, plant some trees, and resume. But let's not do that yet. We're making good money. Like I said earlier, you get to a point where you kind of don't want to mess with anything because we're looking so good that it'll almost make you want to cry when you just start demolishing stuff and then everything goes haywire, because it's like you think back, wow, everything was going so well. Why did I do that? And that's not the feeling I want. That is not the feeling I want. I'm thinking about stretching this straight through. Putting this bad boy right down over here and putting a train station. But we might have to wait on that for the Department of Transportation. Alright. Let's see. Alright, so we haven't really done too much this episode, to be honest with you, aside from watch everything grow. We added another water tower. Let's see. Upgrade. Upgrade, baby, upgrade. We upgraded that. Let's take a look at this. Happiness map. Look how happy everybody is, man. What is my approval rating? That is one thing I have not looked at. Let's see here. 76%. Alright. I've seen better, but not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Let's check education. Dude, I am not getting everybody to school. Got 1,045 students. Is that a library? I like libraries. We're going to put that in the little more well-off part of town. Should I put it by the mayor's house? Yeah, let's put it right out here. I like that. Let's put it right out here. All right, thanks, buddy. Beautiful. I like this little part of town. This is currently my part of town over here. You got your little library, got your mayor's house. Nice clean area, no crime yet. Everything is just perfect over here. It's like your own little world. Let's take a screenshot of that. Let's get my mouse out of the way. Let's take a nice little screenshot. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Alright, this is one of the first times I've seen some issues with crime since I started this city here. Let's before it becomes an issue, let's add another lot here. We're getting bigger. We don't really have too much issues, but hey, let's just add it. We got the money for it. Let's add it. Look at this. We got no cops out here whatsoever, and they're not even needed. Wow. That is truly amazing to me right now. You don't have one officer in any of these areas, and there's no crime. 500 students yesterday. On the top floor. And that's it. Let's put our last bus in. So this school right here. Look at that school, man. That thing is maxed out. Thing is maxed out. There ain't any room for expansion on that. Everybody's happy. Whoa, what do we got going over here? That'll get bought up. I'm not worried about that. Let's see. Let's add a little bit here. See this road here. What is the density on this? Is that mid-wealth? Or mid-wealth? Is that medium density? I think it is. It's definitely not high density. Yeah, it's mid-density. I don't want to go high density yet. Because as soon as you do, like I touched on earlier, you're going to start getting those skyscrapers. You're going to start getting those issues that I'm not ready for yet. There are more workers in their jobs. See that wind direction? Blowing right off the map. That's what you got to keep in mind. Wow, I haven't seen what's going on down here. Look at what we got going on down here. Look at this row. That looks sick right there. Look at all those people out in the street. I'm telling you, this is one of the better cities I've built in a while. Everything's balanced. We got some unemployment, but hey, there's unemployment everywhere. Let's add a little bit of commercial kind of in. Let's see. Hey, why not? We can, let's add it here. And then when we expand, we can expand out back. We got plenty of room. Why shouldn't we add some commercial right around City Hall? If I was a business, that's right where I'd want to be. That's where everything's happening. take a look at our bus situation. 42 minutes. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. We cannot have that. We're going to have people late to work. Cannot have that. Not on my watch. Alright, guys. We're going to wrap this episode up. Please feel free to leave comments below as to what you'd like to see in the upcoming episodes, what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong, what you'd like to see added, name choices. I'm just really happy right now. Alright, guys. Until next time, I'm out.